Welcome back to Autoculture, the channel where we dive into the world of military technology, advanced defense systems, and the weapons that keep nations secure. Today, our focus is on Australia and a system that plays an important role in its defense capabilities, the JENT system. This might not be as widely known as missiles or torpedoes, but it's a key part of Australia's modern military infrastructure. So, let's break it down and explore what JENT is, why it matters, and how it fits into Australia's defense strategy. First, what exactly is JENT? JENT is an abbreviation often associated with specialized defense technology and training systems. Unlike a missile or torpedo that physically engages a target, JENT is about electronic warfare, networking, and training solutions. In the modern battlefield, technology is everything. It's not just about having the biggest gun or the longest range missile. It's about situational awareness, communication, electronic countermeasures, and the ability to train forces for real-world scenarios. This is where JENT plays its role. In simple terms, JENT systems are designed to simulate threats, test weapon systems, and enhance the readiness of defense forces. For a country like Australia, which operates some of the most advanced naval, air, and land platforms in the region, the ability to test these systems against realistic scenarios is critical. You can't wait until you are in a real battle to find out if your systems work together efficiently. Training and electronic testing systems make sure that every component of the defense network operates flawlessly. One of the main reasons Australia invests in systems like JENT is because of the growing complexity of modern warfare. Battles are no longer fought just with tanks and ships. They involve radar systems, satellites, drones, stealth aircraft, and cyber capabilities. To stay ahead, you need integrated solutions that allow your forces to detect threats early, respond quickly, and protect their assets from enemy attacks. JENT systems help simulate these high-tech battle conditions and test how well the equipment and operators perform under stress. Now, let's talk about why this is so important for Australia specifically. Australia's defense strategy revolves around protecting vast maritime territories and critical trade routes. The Indo-Pacific region is one of the most strategically important areas in the world, with increasing military activity from various nations. This environment requires Australia to stay at the cutting edge of technology. Having a modern fleet of ships or advanced fighter jets is one thing, but ensuring that they all communicate and operate effectively as one network is another. That's where systems like JENT make a big difference. Imagine an advanced destroyer like the Hobart class equipped with high-tech radar and missile systems. Or a P-8A Poseidon aircraft patrolling the seas, scanning for submarines. Now imagine these platforms operating in a scenario where enemy electronic jamming and cyber attacks are trying to disrupt communication. How do you prepare for that? You can't just hope everything works during a real conflict. You need to train and test these systems under realistic conditions, and that's what JENT enables. JENT solutions often include electronic warfare simulation, radar cross-section analysis, communication system testing, and even missile guidance evaluation. These systems allow defense forces to replicate the signatures of enemy aircraft, ships, and submarines, creating a virtual battlefield for training purposes. Operators can practice detecting threats, launching countermeasures, and coordinating strikes, all without firing a real shot. This saves costs and ensures maximum readiness for actual combat scenarios. Another critical aspect of JENT systems is their ability to support interoperability. Australia operates alongside allies like the United States, the United Kingdom, and Japan in joint exercises and operations. Interoperability means that all these forces can share data, coordinate movements, and execute missions together seamlessly. JENT systems help ensure that Australian platforms integrate smoothly with allied forces by testing data links, secure communications, and joint combat procedures. But JENT is not only about defense testing, it's also about innovation. These systems constantly evolve to keep up with emerging threats like hypersonic weapons, stealth technologies, and cyber warfare. Australia has been working with global defense companies and domestic industry to develop and upgrade these systems, ensuring they remain relevant in future conflicts. The more advanced the testing and training environment, the better prepared the armed forces will be. It's also worth noting that JENT is not limited to one branch of the military. It plays a role in the Navy, Air Force, and even ground forces. Whether it's simulating missile attacks on a destroyer, testing radar performance against stealth aircraft, or training ground units for electronic warfare, JENT provides a controlled environment to sharpen skills and validate technology. This multi-domain approach is crucial because modern warfare is all about integration. A submarine doesn't fight alone, nor does a fighter jet. They operate as part of a network force, and that network needs to be flawless. Looking ahead, Australia will continue to expand and upgrade its JENT capabilities. With future programs like the Hunter-class frigates, advanced submarines, and enhanced air capabilities, the demand for realistic training and electronic testing will only grow. JENT will play a pivotal role in making sure these next-generation platforms deliver their full potential in a real-world scenario. In conclusion, while weapons like missiles and torpedoes grab headlines, systems like JENT quietly ensure that those weapons, and the people operating them, perform at their best when it matters most. They prepare forces for every possible situation, test technology against real-world challenges, and guarantee interoperability with allied forces. For a nation like Australia, which faces complex security challenges in the Indo-Pacific, that kind of preparation is priceless. That's all for today's deep dive into JENT and its importance in Australian defence strategy. If you found this video interesting and learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Autoculture for more exciting content on military technology and defence systems. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.